Hi, today I'm going to show you how you can put sequin into any fabric, whether it's chiffon or cotton, anything. So first what you need to do is put your fabric down on the floor and put a bed sheet, old bed sheet underneath it, and then put some cloth drying clips all around so that they don't move, and make sure your fabric is totally ironed and nicely set. And then after you set the fabric, then you get the paint, glitter dimensional paint or any kind of fabric glue. And the reason I'm using this, because this works as a glue, plus it's glittery, so it looks nice when it dries. It could dry to golden or silver depending on the paint you bought. Now make sure you have the old bed sheet underneath, something that you're not gonna be sorry if you damaged it, because it is gonna be damaged, so don't put a new one. Now you see, this is the portion I have already done and it dried up, and see, it has clips on the side, so you have to set it on a big table or the ground. The reason you need to set it properly, because you have to mark the places or with chalk or any kind of marker which you can mark on the fabric and it'll wash away later. And also you're not going to disturb it for next 4 hours when it dries. Okay, so once you do the work, you do not disturb it, so you keep it in a room where nobody else is gonna go and damage your work. So now I'm gonna set it for showing you how to put your marking. So you have to use a ruler because you want it to, the marks to fall in the correct places. So you use a sturdy ruler and then you measure from the side how much you're going to give from the next to each other, how far distance. So I have done is like 4 inch on both sides, so like straight lengthwise 4 inch gap on two sequences, two rows of sequences. These are the big sequences I have used. You can use little one. And this is the old paint container I use to press down the sequences, like a tool I use. And this is the kind of paint you can use, or you can use just plain fabric glue. Now this kind of fabric where you decorate, you don't throw it in the washer dryer. This is the chalk I use to mark. This is the ruler, and you hand wash them gently and dry it in a shade. Do not put it in the sun. So this is something delicate, you wear it in party and stuff, but this is kind of like paint or glue, so it is going to come out if you wash too many times, so you might have to replace it. So yeah, it's for fun, and also you can wear things like this in parties. The things we wear in parties and stuff, good things, we don't wash it daily, throw it in washer dryer. So keep that in mind. And it really doesn't come out unless you pull it out, so it don't come out like that. So here I'm measuring it. I'm giving 4 inch gap between the two sequences, so I have a 4 inch gap. So like that, you can choose whatever gap you want to give between sequences. And then from the, this is the widthwise and lengthwise, also 4 inch gap. So but this is something you have to do it alone, and you don't want anybody to disturb you because you don't want to mess it up. And after the work is done, you put it in a room, close the room for 4 hours, so nobody can, just children cannot go and roll over it, so like that. You keep it in an area, and this is very calming, very meditative. If you're doing for the purpose of meditation or calming, this will work just the best. Some people have hard time just sitting down and focusing on their breath, focusing on mind, but when you do this kind of thing, the focus is automatic and you feel very calm after that. So if you're doing just for the purpose of meditation, that is also amazing. So it doesn't have to be just you want to decorate and you want to wear it in the party. It's good if you want to decorate, wear it in the party, that's good. But also you can do it for meditation. So you can create like this and do it for meditation and then sell it if you want to. A lot of people like selling, a lot of people don't want to go through all that hassle. So I'm putting this using my tools. First I lay down my paint, and then I'm going to use little bit of paint to pick up the sequin and then drop it and press it. So just give a little press, gentle press. You can give a little hard press, but remember the top fabric will get glued to the bottom bed sheet. Okay, so I'll show you how to gently pull it out without destroying your top fabric. Okay, because basically this is glue and it will glue the top fabric with the bottom one. That's why I said use something which you wouldn't mind losing it. Like I meant, like you wouldn't mind if it gets all dot 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 spots, and it will leave you spots like that. So use something which you can use over and over again. So this portion is done. I have to leave it for 4 hours, and I'll come back 4 hours and show you the other side. So this is how you're going to finish all of these one by one, and then it takes it. That's why it's so meditative, because you do it one by one and it's very meditative. So here I also measured and gave enough gap to make it I believe, yeah, I think I gave 4-inch gap between each of them, and then I gave lengthwise 10-inch gap. I believe 10-inch, because it looks like 8 to 10 inch. Yeah, about 10 inch, and you could give whatever gap you wish, and you could make it crowded, you could make it gap you give, but this is really a good way to create your beautiful sequin fabric. Make it your scarf, the dupatta, or make it any dress, anything. But this is the way I found it works, and I'm sharing with you. And it may not work for you, I'm not saying it'll work for everybody, but it has dual purpose. First, you're doing it so you're creating something beautiful, and secondly, it is extremely meditative. I found it. So if you do this before sleeping, you will fall asleep on top of it, because it is so calming. So find yourself a place where nobody will bother you. You go with your things in your basement or somewhere, and then you do it and leave it there. So make sure nobody goes and rolls over it. Like children will go and roll over it, and they'll get it all over their clothes. So now this portion is done. You see I'm taking off the clips. This kind of cloth clip you have to. Now look how I am separating it once they dried. It's 4 hours later. Okay, so this is how I'm going to. So you have to be very gentle and just gently pull it out. Gently, very gently pull it out. Very gently pull it out. See, like this. Be very gentle, and you get little bit of white stain from the bed sheet. If it's white, if it's black, little bit black stain, the fabric stuck to it, but it'll come out with a few washes. Hand wash, of course, with mild detergent, and dry it in the shade. So like very gently pull it out, because it still has the glue kind of. It is glue. The glitter paint is glue, which is my invention. I invented this whole thing is my invention. I came to YouTube 10 years ago, and this was my invention. I gave it to everybody. So it is my invention, how to put the sequin with glitter glue. I was the first one to do this, and then after that everybody started doing learning, and I'm so proud of it, because the reason I'm teaching, because I want people to learn and do. So this is how you separate. Now I hope you can make some sequin fabric like this, and don't just focus on doing it. Don't be a perfectionist, like, okay? So just enjoy the process. And these are some really good ones I created, and I'm proud of it. Yeah, someday I might make a store and